Attention, all minions! If you are looking for one badass villain to serve, why not serve me, the Black Critic Guy? And together, we will rule the anime world! Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I'm here today to review the film Minions. So the movie Minions follows, obviously, the Minions, who since the dawn of time have always served the cruelest, meanest, and most despicable masters. But recently, they kind of hit like a dry spell where they didn't have a master to serve and they lived in this sort of utopia, and now they feel unfulfilled and they just feel like something is missing. So one of them, by the name of Kevin, comes up with the brilliant idea of going out and searching for a new master, and he teams up with two others named Stuart and Bob, and they go on their adventure to find themselves a new menacing villainous master. Now, I am a huge fan of the Despicable Me franchise. I just find them so charming, so lovable, entertaining, and overall hilarious. But when I heard that they were making a spin-off prequel movie starring the Minions, I was a little worried because, in my opinion, the Minions work best as secondary characters that play off of the main characters. I didn't really see them carrying their own movie. But even with my concerns, I still was pretty interested in seeing this film. And I gotta say, overall, I really enjoyed it. The Minions, of course, are very entertaining in the film, and they do deliver a lot of laughs. And I really enjoyed the trio that we had in this film of Kevin, Bob, and Stuart. They just were really fun to watch, and I love their personalities, each one being different from the other. I, for one, really enjoyed seeing and hearing the way the Minions would communicate with each other, which is just like a mix of so many different languages like Spanish, French, and English. It was just a delight to see them like talk to each other and kind of like make these inside jokes, and you kind of get a gist of what they're talking about, and I just had a blast with it. There were also a few entertaining side characters in the film as well, like the family that picks up Bob, Stuart, and Kevin. Those guys, my god, I wish they were in the movie more because they were just so much fun and they were just like a really interesting villainous family. Why couldn't we have them go on a road trip with these guys? The story in the film was a whole lot of fun as well, seeing Bob, Stuart, and Kevin go on this adventure to go find themselves a new master and just the shenanigans that they would get into. Though I personally feel like the creators of the film missed a golden opportunity with the story here by having all the Minions travel around the globe looking for a new master. Can you think of all the different scenarios and possibilities? It's endless and hilarious. By having just 3 Minions go on the search, it really limits the possibilities for entertaining and hilarious scenes. And they kind of bypass the journey as well, just like cutting right to it. But again, that's just me. Overall, the story was still entertaining. And finally, the animation. It's excellent, especially the way that they animate the water in this film. My god, they really know how to make that water glisten. Now, though I enjoyed this film, I do have a couple issues with it. The first and biggest issue I had with this film was that I felt like it was missing a sort of charm that the other 2 films had, and I know exactly what it was. And that's the human characters. The human characters just lack the sort of charm and essence that the other human characters in the first 2 films had, like Gru, his 3 daughters, and Lucy. And this ties right back into my earlier statement of the Minions being better off as secondary characters instead of the main focus. They work well playing off of other characters or being padding in the middle of like the human characters. When they're the main focus, they just lose their charm and the charm that the other films had. But it's not just the Minions who are at fault here, but also the human characters in the film. Besides that one family I mentioned earlier, all the other human characters are very underwhelming, not as interesting or fun. The biggest letdown of them all being Scarlet Overkill. When I saw this character in the trailers, I'm like, oh my god, this might be a villain at the same level as Gru. Like, she already has sort of the similar mannerisms, but in the film, she doesn't really do much of anything. Like, and She's supposed to be like this mega ultra villain, but I just never got that from her. She just seemed like a girl that was a bit nasty at times. That's it. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like I hate the character or that there's nothing to like about her. Her character design is freaking fantastic. She has a really hilarious husband voiced by John Hamm, who honestly I liked more than Scarlet Overkill. She had a few funny lines and scenes here and there, and Sandra Bullock does a fantastic job voicing the character. You can really tell that she put 110% in the role and she had a blast doing it. But from the way they were building this character up, it's just a bit of a letdown. And there were a couple of jokes in the film that were complete duds, especially when they kept poking fun at the British people. I'm like, enough of that, it's not funny anymore. But overall, even with all its faults, as I said earlier, I enjoyed the film and I will give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's an enjoyable film. Definitely one for the kiddies. But anyway, what did you guys think of this film? Did you really enjoy it? Did you get a kick out of it? Or did you find it really boring and dull and you wish that Gru, Lucy, and the girls would come back? And here's a funny question. Who is your favorite minion? Yup. Comment below and let me know. And stay tuned, I'm probably going to review The Gallows this weekend. That looks like a piece of shit. And this upcoming Monday will be a new reaction video. This upcoming Tuesday, an anime review. And of course, on Wednesday, a new top 10 list. So if you don't want to miss out, guys, and be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm telling you what in a second, the best minion of all time as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.